G'day, Wayne Dyson from Bridgeworks here. Look, over the years it's been interesting to watch the cultures of different organisations, and what I want to do is just to summarise what we've found that diminishes or even destroys culture. And there's two really axes or headings that I'd like to use to describe what happens to employees. And in fact, probably the first one to look at is, do I put the business first or the firm first, or do I put myself first? And the second is, can I trust the company or can I not trust the company? They're the two axes that I'd like you to work through to describe what happens to business culture. So essentially, when an employee starts with a business, is a win-win situation. Obviously, people think, I want to do the best for the company, and the company's saying, we want to do the best for this new employee. So it's very productive, win-win culture. But it's interesting, the employees tend to take two completely different pathways. You'll get certain employees that, they're your self-starter. They're the ones that are out there making it happen. In many ways, they don't need the team, they don't need the business, because they're self-starters, they get things happening. They're mavericks, and they're usually very high performers. And you think, hey, this is great, got a high performer. Now that's okay to a point. But what they're doing is they're putting themselves first, they're not putting the business first. So after a while, what happens is they tend to be quite self-centered. And in fact, so much so that a little bit of fear might kick in, because they think, I'm being a real sole player here and I'm not actually mixing to the team. And in fact, because of that fear, they might think, well, other people are going to disown me, and generally speaking, that happens. So we end up down in that bottom right-hand box, which is a lose-lose part of this whole process. And in fact, it's not productive. It's not productive for the employee, it's not productive for the business as well. There's a second group of people that tend to take a different pathway. And these tend to be your more honourable, loyal employee. And they tend to do the right thing. They're putting the business first, they're not putting themselves first, they're putting the business first. But after a while, they feel, the business is not supporting me like I thought they would. In fact, I probably feel a little bit shafted. I'm putting all this effort in, but I don't seem to be getting much in return. So they tend to get a bit disillusioned. They still want to do the best for the business, but they can't trust the business anymore. In fact, after a while, if that doesn't improve, the culture doesn't improve, they tend to be in that what I'd call self-preservation mode. So it's all about, I need to protect my job, I don't want to lose my job, and they tend to move again into that lose-lose box down the bottom right-hand side.